can you give us an expression of what you are and who you are and what you do?
My name is Alex Osterwalder, and I work on business models, and I help organizations think through their business models and come up with new business models.
Okay, and we just heard your speech, and you were talking about the new and the old business model and the change between those two.
Yeah.
However, this change wasn't going really fast, was my impression. What is holding back this change?
I think change is going fast. Not everybody's changing with the same speed. So, the big recording companies, they have started to change a bit more dramatically, but it took them a very long time. And the reason why they haven't been very quick is that when you are a successful organization, you're very reluctant to switch to new models, right? There are organizational barriers and you're stuck with the past. Now, if it comes to startups, there are actually a lot of very, very creative startups in the music industry who have moved very, very fast. So it's sometimes a bit of a change at different speeds.
Okay, and do you also think that piracy has anything to do with this change in business models?
Well, I think what has to do with change is that consumer behavior changed. The way people listen to music, the way people download music, the way people value music, how it's emotional, how they create connections with bands. I think the entire context is more important than just the topic of piracy. Piracy is a problem, but I think it's the wrong battle to fight. The right battle to fight is what do customers really want, what creates value for them, and then build business models around that. I think that's the core question.
Okay, and you also talked about the failure for every customer, but in a big company, how is it possible to reach every customer and their willings?
Well, I'll give you an example from the mobile phone industry. They have teams of social scientists that travel the world to understand customers, not just to sell products, but first understand them. What is their world about? What are they really concerned about? And then Nokia starts building mobile phones for that specific context. So you need to do something to understand people, and then you start rolling it out. I mean, not every business model needs to reach every customer. Some are very niche, some are very broad. The issue is to find the right model for the right audience.
Yes, of course. And another question: are there a lot of companies that are using your business model? And what's the feedback you get on this model? Do they like it, or are there many complaints?
Yeah, we no complaints. No, we developed this approach that allows organizations to map out, draw their business model, analyze it, think it through, and also develop new business models. And that approach, because I think there were very few other methods in that field, was extremely successful. So you can see companies around the world starting to use this. Ericsson, um, um, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, IBM, a lot of organizations are using this because it actually helps them do something that they weren't able to do very easily before, which is map out business models, think them through, and come up with new ones. So I think in the music industry, this is something we really need to do more.
Yes. Then the final question. You also talked about the focus on the hits of people. I think it was the old music labels.
Yeah.
But do you think the new talent is a bit not being in the spotlight? You understand?
Well, I think what's going to happen, or what's already happening, and what will be even more important in the future, is that we will have two markets. One will be the hit market that will not disappear, that will continue to exist. We like talking about artists that we both know, but then also we like having artists that cater to our very specific taste, right? You might like listening to one specific type of music and me to another. I like connecting with the artist, so I will connect with local bands, but we will have both. And I think every artist can have a local and a global audience, and I do not think they are not in the limelight. These smaller artists, I think they have a big chance to actually create an audience better than ever before, because with digital technology you can reach everybody. Now, it's not easy to reach everybody or to get visibility, but it is possible, whereas it wasn't possible 10, 15 years ago.
Okay, so you think that the internet is one of the biggest promotion things that are going on right now instead of television?
I would not call it promotion, I will actually say, yeah, if television was promotion, I think the internet is a tool that can allow to create connections beyond promotion. So a lot of bands, they don't just have fan websites where they put out stuff, but they actually chat with fans. They have video discussions. So I think the world is moving very, very quickly beyond promotion towards connections, towards even more emotion and passion.
Well, now the final question. You also thought something about the use of add-ons on your website, and do you think that the using of these ads is a bigger value for the website?
Advertising.
Advertising, is it a very big value that is because you also thought about free accounts,
Yeah.
and when you advertise, do you get enough money for this kind of
Yeah.
promotions?
I think advertising based business models is one solution. It will exist. There will be organizations that find the right way to do it. I think advertising does not work everywhere. I think the big challenge is to think about other models than just advertising. And to create those other models, we have to understand how people listen to music, what they really value, and they will be willing to pay for that. So I think the big challenge for people who run organizations, who create organizations, is to think beyond the advertising model. I think it's one, it can work, but I think it's not the only solution. I think there will be many, many other.
You mentioned premium accounts and the other things.
Well, there will be many more beyond that. I mean, you can have a business model based on products, right? You can have some bands are actually not selling ads. They're not selling albums, but they sell collector's items. They're selling, or T-shirts is one, but I think we're getting into more sophisticated things also, right? A week with the band that might cost €10,000, right? to follow the band, but whatever. I think we will have a lot of new business models, and the challenge is to think out of the box. I mean, really.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you for your interview, and maybe we'll see you next year at the Noorderslag again.
My
Right?
pleasure.
Thank you.